Gerald, and your last name is Nallery. Nally?
Nallen.
Nallen. I'm sorry, Gerald Nallen. And you were born in what year?
2/18/22.
Oh, the February 18 of 1922.
Yeah.
And when I guess you were, I guess when the Depression hit, you were probably 8, 9 years old. Is that right?
That's right.
That's right. And then you and your friend, you mentioned you had a little buddy of yours that used to pal around and take off to the boardwalk. This is up in New Jersey. What city was that when you lived in?
What city?
Yeah.
That I lived in?
Yeah.
Camden.
Camden, that's what it was. Camden, New Jersey. And you mentioned that you would mow lawns for, I guess you did front lawn that was kind of sizable. It was about 15 cents. And then you did the backyard, you get 10 cents more. And so that was and that was kind of a good day.
Yeah.
25 cents.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think you mentioned before if you walked into a bar, it would be about 5 cents for a beer.
Yep.
And then I think a good meal would be 25 cents. So
that would be a fast store, you know.
A fast food place?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, how things have changed.
Yep.
You know, you walk into a bar today, and it's going to be so you can put it in proportion for people who listen to this. If you walk into a bar today, I think it's about $3.50 for a beer. And so, yeah. And so if you kind of extrapolate it to your time, you'd work for I don't know how long for 5 beers. That's 25 cents. So theoretically, and I know you were a minor then, but you were getting yourself equivalent to 5 beers. So if you look at it this way, from today's standard, you're looking at about $17.50. You were making $17.50 in today's money.
Yeah, that bottle, that beer I'm talking about is a glass of beer, a mug of beer, not a bottle.
Oh, a small little glass.
Just a mug of beer, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, so it wasn't a very big one.
Glass of beer, yeah.
A glass of beer, yeah, which would have been... Okay, so in a way, it would have been...
Yeah, a bottle costs a lot more than a nickel.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I didn't think to buy that bottle.
And this isn't mowing with a little lawnmower there. This is what the rolling blades, I don't know what they called that back then. But that was your lawnmower. It was the rolling blades.
They called them push mowers.
Push mowers, yeah. And it certainly wasn't a ride-along.
No, they hadn't invented them yet.
Yeah, that's right. And so you had to do that. Now, how long would that take to do that?
Oh, an hour.
An hour or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 25 cents in an hour. That's not too bad. And then and you didn't get too many of those jobs because it was in the middle of the Depression, and you were a younger man. And so you and your friend, you would gather your money together and hop a train on over to the boardwalk, or what would you do?
No, hitchhike.
You just hitchhike
From Camden to Atlantic City.
And then
or Wildwood.
Oh, Wildwood. And how was the trip over there when you stuck your thumb out? Did you get nowadays people are scared to give people rides, but back then it was a little bit more friendly.
We were just kids then. They give us a ride pretty easy.
And you didn't feel under threat or anything or scared?
No.
Well, not today anymore. You know, I passed through elementary school or junior high in neighborhoods today, and every one of these kids when they leave a place have got an adult with them. You know, they're so scared they won't even let their kids walk home alone.
Well, don't forget, I'm talking about 70, 75, 80 years ago.
That's right. Things have changed. Unbelievable. And so you go down there, and so you would hitchhike because you didn't have the money for anything else. And then you went and you hung out with your friend, and
Yeah.
You got what, one meal?
We usually had $1. We saved our money. We had $1.
So you had $1
each.
Yeah, $1 each. And so with $1, you hitchhike over there, and then I think you said a regular meal was like 25 cents. A fast food meal.
Breakfast was 25 cents.
Breakfast was 25 cents.
Yeah.
So you each spent 25 cents there, and then you just hung out and played around, and then you slept underneath.
And the next day it was 25 cents more. So there goes
right.
50 cents.
That's right. It's all gone right there. And then with the rest of the money, what did you do? You just play, go listen to the radio, or go into it?
We had a little bit of lunch and a little bit of this. Usually we could find somebody to mooch off of.
Now, how old were you? About 14?
Closer to 16.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, between 14 and 16.
14 and 16. So, yeah, you're looking at 1932, 1934. I mean, that was right at the peak of the Depression.
That's correct.
Oh, my goodness. And I got an old picture of Phoenix, Arizona from 1934 or 35. And, I look at the picture all the time, and what I see in that picture is clean cut. You would never know that they were under financial, stress. Everybody looks sharp and clean, and there's no litter, and, they don't see kids, dragging their pants down their ankles. I mean, it really looks like sophisticated group of people.
Yeah, well, our mothers didn't let us dress any other way.
Well, when I came to Phoenix the first time, it was the first time I ever saw, this is maybe 15 years ago, first time I saw somebody on a corner, begging for money. And I didn't have judgment on them or anything like that. I just noticed it. And then now, when I drive home, on every corner on the freeway, there are the little islands. When you stop at the red light, there's somebody there. And I just can't imagine how things are trending, in some ways, I don't know how the Depression was back then compared to now, but, you lived through them.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, it was bad. A friend of mine from Nebraska, in a small town, there was one big apple tree in the middle of the town, and everybody would go to the apple tree and grab an apple. That's how Yeah, and the owner of the apple tree...
I've done that.
Yeah, that's what you had to do. You lived off the land. Yeah, of course, now we don't even do that.
No.
So you went down to the boardwalk, you spent your, 50 cents on food, and then you slept underneath the boardwalk with your friend?
That's right.
And just kicked back, and nobody gave you a hassle, or you didn't run into trouble, or nothing like that?
Well, no, you had to watch out sleeping on the boardwalk. They didn't like it.
Oh, is that right?
No, the beach patrol would patrol it. But we were pretty well hidden.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
You know where to go, huh?
That's right.
Yeah. And then the next day you woke up and you'd start your, what was this, on a Friday you took off, and you get there on a Saturday? Or Friday night?
I forget whether we went on a Friday or Saturday. I think we went on a Saturday.
And Saturday, and then so Sunday you, so you slept over one night. That's what you told me before.
One night.
It would only be one night. So you would stay over Saturday night.
We hitchhiked Saturday, come back Sunday.
Come back Sunday afternoon. Yeah, that's where you hitchhike it back. And then I guess later on you got drafted into the military, or you volunteered. I don't remember what you told me.
No, I volunteered.
You volunteered, and was this right after Pearl Harbor?
Yeah, it was.
Right after Pearl Harbor, and then you served in the Navy there?
No, I stayed in the Coast Guard.
The Coast Guard, that's what it was, yeah. And
the Congress put the Coast Guard under the Navy.
Yeah, under the Navy, that's right. Yeah, I know, because I have a friend of mine that joined years ago. And so you were in the Coast Guard, and you were... where did you do your duty? Was it
North Atlantic?
North Atlantic. And did you didn't run into any battles or anything like that, did you?
No.
No. But you served, and you got to defend your country, and I imagine you met a lot of interesting people on the ships, and when you went to port.
Yeah.
And where did you go to? What ports did you go to?
Casablanca, Bizerte.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And I bet you all the guys went crazy for the women, huh? Couldn't wait to get off ship.
Well, I can't say much for Arabs.
Oh, is that right?
That's right.
Yeah. And then then you after the military, then you came back home?
I went to school under the GI Bill of Rights.
GI Bill, you got your GI Bill schooling paid for with the GI Bill?
Yeah.
And where did you go to school?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
And I became a licensed aircraft mechanic.
Oh, is that right? And then that's what you spent your time with after the war, after you graduated school?
Yeah. I ended up with Flying Tigers.
Oh, is that right?
For 33 years.
Is that right? And you were a mechanic for them?
Yes.
Very interesting, yeah. And then after that, when did you said you guys got married? Did you ever get married?
I got married in 51.
Oh, in 51 you got married.
Yeah.
And how many kids have you had?
I had one kid. He was killed.
He was killed. I'm sorry to hear that. Was he a young man?
Yeah, 12 years old.
12 years old, and he was in an accident, or?
Yeah, he was riding his bike, and a teenager got him.
Oh no! Well, that must have been tragic, and I'm sure it affected your life in many ways.
Yeah.
And then later on, you and your wife was with you for quite some time, and I think she passed away some time ago.
Yeah, she passed away about 8 years ago.
8 years ago. Well, you're a good customer of mine, and I thought that your life was interesting. And I thought it would be nice to have a chance to talk with you, and I appreciate the conversation.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.